We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to compare the racing experience between different monitor setups: single screens, ultra wides, super ultra wides, and triples. Let's get started. Before we begin, please remember to like, subscribe, and activate notifications, because I'd love to continue creating content for you, and growing the channel is the best way to ensure that.
I'm seated in my rig, which has triple 32-inch screens. The main screen is just behind my steering wheel, and the screens reach just a little past my ears on each side, so I have full coverage from direct vision up front, as well as my peripheral vision on the sides. This setup is what I personally consider the gold standard for sim racing displays. But there are a lot of good reasons to use a different setup, and I'll be showing you guys how they compare in terms of information and spatial awareness, and how that relates to you as a sim racer. This is a pretty typical racing experience. I have lots of real estate on the right and left with my triple 32s, and I'm mostly looking straight forwards as I make my way to the corner. But you'll see on the left here, one of the competitors is going to poke their nose up the side, right about now. And in my peripheral vision, I just keep them in the corner of my eye, and I know not to take all the track width on that corner so I don't bump into them. And as we head to the next corner, again, I'm looking dead forwards, but out the corner of my eye, I'm keeping track of where he is. And between corner entry, mid-corner, and exit, I can keep it safe and do my best to keep the position. And as we go into the next corner, my spotter's telling me they're on the left. I can see them just about now, and I ultimately lost the position, but we were able to race safely because I knew where he was at all times. Let's go through the same corner sequence with triple 27s this time. And we can see that although the 27s do cover a little bit less area than the 32s, we do still see this competitor car pretty much all the time, so we don't really lose anything except a bit of sky up the top. So again, corner entry, mid-corner, and corner exit. And as we go to the next corner, we'll see him come to the side just a fraction later, but still not much different. I think triple 27s are a pretty good setup. Let's look at single widescreens now. We have 27-inch on the left and 32-inch on the right. And both screens probably show just about enough information to drive well, but let's track our competitor through this same complex of corners. Okay, so we don't see him at all during this corner, and I bet down the straight we probably won't see him at all either. Okay, just a bit of front wing on corner entry and that's it. So you're never going to see the guy beside you, so you're going to rely on your spotter and your guesswork. You'll either be super conservative and give way too much room, or push the limits and risk making contact. How about ultrawides? I've estimated the reach of these ultrawides based off their listed dimensions, and I've simulated a 34-inch ultrawide on the left and a 49-inch super ultrawide on the right. These are no doubt better than the smaller conventional widescreens. They do show more of your surroundings. But again, the competitor car basically never comes into the frame the whole time we're racing. You'll see him squeeze into frame on both monitors now. So he's basically only visible on either monitor when he's actually ahead of you on track, which is quite useless if you're trying to race side by side. I don't think either of these screens give me the information I need to race aggressively and closely. I'll put all the display configurations on screen together one more time so you can compare them all simultaneously.
put this video together to show the difference in field of view that different monitor setups provide and how that influences the racing experience. Of course, there are lots of good reasons to choose a simpler monitor setup, whether that be space, cost, hardware requirements, or ease of setup. I hope this has been useful to you, and of course, please leave a comment if there's anything you'd like to add or anything you think I got wrong. And remember, please like, subscribe, and activate those notifications because there's lots of cool content coming. See you next time.